People might be drinking, and then there's the eating and the craving food. And maybe you've asked yourself before, why do I crave certain foods? That's really, I've thought about that many times. Senya May of St. Paul's Healing InSight is here today to talk about how food cravings may actually be a sign of maybe anxiety or stress, and maybe how you can alleviate that just a little bit. Nice to have you on the program.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So we're going to tackle a couple of different thoughts of, first of all, what is Healing InSight?
So at Healing InSight, we specialize in using acupuncture, herbs, and food therapy to help people heal naturally. And one component of food therapy is looking at what foods people crave, because it tells us a lot about what's happening in their body. So today we're going to talk about some specific food cravings, what they mean and what you can do about them.
Okay, first we're going to start with salty foods. If you crave a lot of salty foods, what might that mean?
Usually craving salty foods means that you have a lot of muscle tension, and oftentimes people will have that tension in their upper back. We see that a lot. And in fact, last night, preparing for this segment, I was craving potato chips, so I was really glad I had some on hand. And if you think about it, if you want to tenderize a steak, you rub it down with salt first. Well, same thing if you're eating salt, it helps to loosen up all those muscles. So,
okay. So that's for salt. And moving on now to maybe something a little spicier. If you find yourself wanting a lot of spicy foods, what does that mean in your body?
Well, it's really common if you like a lot of spicy foods that you're under extreme stress and you're looking for something that will give you like a shot of endorphins, and that's what spicy food does. So another, a more useful way to deal with that sort of stress is to get regular exercise, because that releases endorphins instead. Because if you eat too much spicy food, it can actually make you really irritable and make it difficult to calm down.
Okay, we don't want to be irritable.
No, we don't.
And now here you've got stimulants. You've got tea and coffee. A lot of people drink sodas. And how, if you're craving this, what does that mean? What is your body telling you?
That usually means that you're exhausted and you're looking for like a quick jolt of energy. But the problem with stimulants that include caffeine is that they don't, it's more like you're using it to whip the horse, not to feed the horse, is how we say it in Chinese medicine. And so it's better to feed the horse. So eating a really good breakfast with lots of protein is a great start, or using some herbs to help to boost your energy so that you're not feeling like you're so reliant on caffeine.
Okay, and finally, sweets. This is something that I think a lot of us crave, and you've got a nice selection here of chocolates and just cookies and, the stuff that we might want to eat more of on the weekends, or maybe after a stressful day. I don't know, what's the connection between wanting to eat a lot of sweets and what your body is feeling?
So sweets can be a sign that you're fatigued, but it can also be a sign that you have weak digestion. And so in Chinese medicine, we say that if you're craving a lot of sweets, then it means your digestion isn't able to make energy out of the food you're eating, and you're needing something that will give you just a quick shot of energy. And that's where acupuncture is very helpful, because we can do points that will help to reduce cravings, but also boost your energy and strengthen your digestion as well.
Okay, all right. Well, Senya May, let's go over here, and you're going to, first of all, you have a diagram here where you point out what some of the places on your body where you might use needles in acupuncture. I'm going to, oh boy, this is really high. This chair is really high. Here we go. Still not high. I got up there. Okay, we're up. Wow, I'm glad that was on television. Now, I've had acupuncture before, treated for migraines and backaches, and so I'm familiar with the needles. And for a lot of people, they're scary in the beginning, but why do you use the needles, and how do they affect your body?
So with acupuncture, we use very, very tiny stainless steel needles to stimulate different acupuncture points in the body. And there's kind of a map of points on your body that can help with a lot of different things. So in the case of food cravings, we want to be looking at reducing your stress, strengthening your digestion, and reducing food cravings.
So you want to...
Yes, I'm going to swab your ear first.
What you're going to do here.
We're going to do a couple of points that are going to help to reduce cravings. What's that?
I said, I hope my ears are clean. Well, they are now.
They are now. We swabbed them down.
And this is I've noticed that when I've gone in for acupuncture that the ears are probably where I get a lot of needles.
Oh, do you really?
In my face.
Yeah.
Just put a bunch in my face.
So there's a point here on the front flap of the ear that helps to reduce cravings, and it's actually a point that people can stimulate. You can massage it to help if you're, if you're craving chocolate. It's kind of right in the front part of the ear there.
You can barely feel. There's just like a little pinch. It's not bad at all. And the idea is to bring blood flow to that part of the body.
Yeah, for the ear, we're trying to stimulate the nervous system, because there's a whole map of points on the ear for every part of the body. So there's a point here at the top of the ear that's also helpful, since food cravings are often a sign of stress. We can use a point here that helps to reduce stress.
Okay.
And then finally we'll do one more, and this
One
one
more.
is for your digestion. Because with sugar cravings, that one, that's often related to a digestive
Where's that one
imbalance.
go? Oh, again in the ear.
One more in the ear, yeah.
Yeah, and how long would you leave these in?
Typically, we'll leave them in for about 20 to 30 minutes. And when we take the needles out and people get up off the table, they generally notice a difference right away. They're more relaxed, they have less pain, and they feel really good usually.
Oh, yeah. And after the needles are put in, typically people lay down and they just basically breathe. And just doing that, too, also
really
helps.
helpful.
But
Get a great nap during it, too. It's fantastic.
I fall asleep every time. It doesn't take much, though. All right,
Yeah.
well, this is fascinating. Senya May of St. Paul's Healing InSight, talking about food cravings and what they may be saying about your body and what's going on inside, and maybe how you can alleviate some of those food cravings. Because let's face it, we want to be wearing swimsuits soon.
Very soon.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.